our top 8. So, in the envelope, we have the result.
I'm kind of nervous to open them.
Yeah, nervous? Oh, let me do for you.
I'll let you do the honors, Hanson.
Yeah, these climbing fingers doesn't seem to be coming in handy at this point.
All right.
Male brute strength success.
You got it. You got this.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to find out who our top 8 finalists of the night are. And these are also the finalists that will be participating in the Q&A session as well.
All right, these 8 exceptional women have impressed the judges, and now they stand one step closer to the ultimate title. So, in no particular order, we will announce the name, and could you please step forward, contestants? All right, here we go. Our first finalist moving on to the next round is
Sandra Lim! Alright, and our next finalist moving on into the top 8 is none other than
Jonathan! Alright, our third finalist securing a spot in the top 8 is none other than
Jillian Morale! Following her to take the 4th spot in the top 8 is
Shweta Mohan! Now joining Shweta as the next finalist making it to the next round is
Isabel Chung! Oh my, that means we only have 3 spots left in
only
the top
3
8.
more. We can't fit more than that. I can feel the nervousness from the ladies already. All right, here we go. The next finalist securing one of the last 3 spots is
Tamara Inigo! Our second last finalist joining the top 8 is
Genevieve.
which means only one spot to
One
go.
spot left, and the final spot goes to
Carmen Lee! Congratulations to our beautiful top 8 finalists. You made it this far, and now the competition is about to really heat up.
And to those who don't make it in the top 8, we commend your exceptional dedication and hard work. Your effort is highly valued, and you have so much to be proud of, ladies. Truly, truly so.
Correct. Ladies
Round of
and
applause for them, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. Thank you, everyone. Ladies, you may now leave the stage, but for our top 8, if you can stay where you are, because it's about time that we get to the Q&A section.
Which means we also need to adjourn, because we'll be asking the questions for them.
Yeah.
And this is going to be interesting. So, we've got 8 of them.
Exactly.
And we've got 8 questions. So they don't know the questions.
And neither do we, actually.
Neither do we. We have no idea what
Correct.
the questions are. So how is this going to work? Each of the finalists have definitely shown what they have taken to wear the crown. So this next phase will really test their poise, wit, and ability to really think on your feet.
Correct. Because as we said earlier, beauty is not just skin deep, and we're trying to find the total package. So how they answer is really going to play a part to see how the rest of tonight is going to go. So, should we get this show on the road?
Let's get this show on the road.
Perfect.
So, finalists, just remember, when you walk up, pick one card and the question, pass it to us, or one of us, and then we'll reveal the question and read it out to you. You can stand for the mic, and you'll be giving an allotted amount of time to answer the question. Is that clear? All right, okay. If the ladies are clear, let's begin for our first finalists.
That's right. All right, we'd like to invite our first finalist to the front for the Q&A portion.
Let's start with Sandra Lim. Okay, here we go. In your opinion, how can we address gender-based violence effectively?
Thank you so much for the question, Hansa. Selamat malam, Malaysia. I think that gender-based violence should not be taken lightly. It's something that could be happening right beside us and go unnoticed. And I think that it's really important for us to emphasize on protecting our women. Because I feel like our women contribute to our society very significantly. They lead with compassion. And I think that is very important in our current society because we have seen so many violence and wars. And I think that violence is never the answer. It's really important for us to come together and create a safe environment for our women. Thank you.
Thank you for your answer, Sandra.
Alright, thank you so much.
Well, that was not an easy question at all.
No,
I feel
spoken like a true beauty queen,
Correct,
right?
correct.
Okay, our next contestant to take on the question and answer segment is none other than Gianna Tan.
All right. Okay, let's do this. I feel like the challenge is for me to open these cards, yeah?
Yeah, it's heavily guarded.
Right. The next question is, how can governments and organizations support opportunities and equity for marginalized communities?
Not an easy one.
Not at all.
First of all, I would say that it is very important to listen to everyone because everyone deserves to be heard. Let it be children, let it be women, or let it be people in colors. So I think that, in my opinion, inclusion in education is the best way to provide opportunities to marginalized community. Because I believe that education is a way to promote social upward mobility. And I think that as a young woman, I benefit a lot from education, so I speak truly from my heart. And I think that education is the key. Thank you.
Well said, well said.
Well answered. Thank you.
Good answer. Thank you, Gianna. Our next contestant is Jillian Miral. Please step up.
This is how well the questions are guarded, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, Jillian, what do you believe is the most pressing issue regarding women's rights today?
The most pressing issue, first of all, thank you so much for the question. Hello, everyone. I would say the most pressing questions for women right now is that the gender equality and stereotypes. I think us women, every single one of us, we all have the chance to be just as strong and brave and as shrewd and sharp as men. There's a lot of people out there with the type of mindset that women, they should be at home and homemakers, and I believe that's not right. I think every single one of us has a chance to be as shrewd and sharp as the men. And I believe with every single woman out there who are succeeding and who are being very empowering, I think every single one of us, with more women coming out and being empowered, I think we are all becoming even more braver day by day. And the women out there who are empowered the women out there who are powerful and strong, I believe they give us the chance that everyday woman, day by day, that we are strong, beautiful, and well-spirited. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your answer. I know it's nerve-wracking, but you did well. Thank you, Jillian.
Thank you.
Okay, our next contestant to join the remaining top 8 for the Q&A segment is Shweta Mohan.
All right, let's go. All right, are you ready, Shweta? Let's do this. In your opinion, why is it important for political leaders to address economic inequality in the country?
Thank you for the question. When it comes to political leaders, I believe that leadership is very important. They should start with leadership, and how they address inequality is to think about the cost of living of a country. If we can see the poor are struggling a lot while the rich are having a good life, that means there's a big gap between the poor and the rich. So global leaders need to think of how do we narrow that gap, and how do we create a country that can have the cost of living that is affordable for all of us, because we all deserve to live in a comfortable life. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you so much for that answer. If pageantry doesn't work out, maybe politician?
I know, I
Right?
was
Maybe
thinking
politician.
the same
Yeah,
thing.
got those vibes.
All right, next up to take on the challenge of the Q&A is Isabel Cho.
So, Isabel, what is the most critical factor for ensuring a fair and equitable economic system in the country? I shall repeat it. What is the most critical factor for ensuring a fair and equitable economic system in the country? I'm guessing Malaysia.
Thank you for the question. I believe that to ensure a fair and equitable economic in the country, it first starts from the leaders. And I believe in empowering leaders, and with leaders who are able to make a change and to be able to influence the people, where you have the sympathy and be able to respect and empathize with the people of the nation. Then you'll be able to create a nation where people can prosper and grow regardless of their race, their religion, and background. And I think as Malaysian, we should celebrate our diversity, and we should use this to our advantage to be able to encourage one another to leverage on our economic status. Thank you.
Wow. I am impressed. Thank you so much.
That was very impressive.
Can't argue with empathy. Start
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
Definitely starts there.
All right, next up we have Tamara and Ego. Let's find out what's behind question number 2. Okay. All right, Tamara, are you ready? What is the biggest challenge facing women of all ages in political leadership roles today?
I believe that the biggest issue is that we don't have enough women in leadership positions. Even if you look at our own government, even looking at our own country, there is so much more that we can do to ensure that there are enough women making decisions for us. We need to empower women to be leaders, to take up space, and to make decisions for each other, to support each other. That's the most important thing and the biggest struggle with leadership today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tamara. Thank you for that answer. Okay, 6 down, 2 to go. Next up is Genevieve.
What impact do economic policies have on small business and entrepreneurship?
In today's world where economy is uncertain, certain policies and economy does affect small business owners and entrepreneurship, making them hard to survive, stay afloat, and grow further. So that's why I think it's important that we start to implement new policies to help these small business owners. I also urge every one of us to start supporting local small business and also help them to grow. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Genevieve.
Thanks for speaking out, not small guys like
Yes,
myself.
I know.
Small business owners, yes. I feel the pain.
Perfect. Which you know what brings us to the last
Yes, our
Q&A
last
of tonight.
Q&A set. Last question goes to Carmen Lee. So Carmen,
Right.
please step up.
Carmen. Perfect. All right. So our final question in the Q&A segment tonight is, how can smaller nations ensure their voices are being heard on the global stage?
Selamat sejahtera and good evening, everyone. Thank you for the question. And what I'd like to say is that for smaller nations, if they want to amplify their voices, what they can do is always to join forces, strategic alliances with international organizations like United Nations, and also take up leadership roles. What this can do is that we all talk about global challenges together, and that suddenly emphasize the impact of smaller nations. And together we can make a difference. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Carmen.
you. Spoken with true confidence.
Wow. Those were not easy questions at all, and I think they really knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, some was like brain twisters. You know,
I know.
You really gotta know what you're talking about, and I think they definitely managed it pretty well.
Exactly, they did a fantastic job. But now that they're done with their Q&A segment, we do need to give our judges a little bit of time to deliberate, because it's not an easy choice at all.
Indeed. Let's give it a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for our top 8 finalists.